Experience in front of 8,000 people that they follow my career. So it was in an open space. It was like an amphitheater, and I asked them to chant exactly this melody. And in the monitors, the Maha Mantra was there. And 8,000 people were chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare. It was an ecstatic. Needless to say, it was an ecstatic experience to see and to hear. You know, they're coming from Christian background and Jewish background, and you know, and here they're chanting Hare Krishna without. You see, it was in December, so I sang a song also for Jesus. Like in Spanish, it says, "A ti te cantamos, preciosa María." So I was singing to Mary, to Mother Mary, and they all were okay, we'll do it your way now too. So it worked. Yes. I have a little story that I haven't revealed it yet to publicly. Some devotees know it, like Vaisheshik and others. But there was a beautiful composer, devotee. His name is Mahaksha. Mahaksha, he was from England. He was a very sensitive heart, and his compositions were all sublime, really beautiful. He composed songs like, "I'm such a fool that I'm thinking I'm cool, and I'm thinking I'm higher than high. I'm very small, but I'm thinking I'm tall, and I'm thinking that I'll never die. And what if the sun never shines in the sky? And what if the rivers run dry? And what if nobody gives thanks anymore? Then what kind of winter am I? I'm very proud of my home and my wife and my children and household affairs. I'm very sure that I'll shelter them all and I'll ease all their troubles and cares. And what if the sun never shines in the sky?" And then he goes, I'm very proud of my guns and my bombs and my ships that can fly in the sky. I'm very sure that I'll win every war. I'll evolve till I don't have to die. And what if the sun? These were the lyrics he used. And now he had a very particular style. Who is familiar with Bob Dylan? Bob Dylan, yes? Mm-hmm. Bob Dylan was in the 60s. He was like revered by his lyrics and his poetry. He was not a good singer as such. In fact, he was saying, "How many die?" He was singing like that. So also, Mahaksha was singing, "I'm very low, but I'm thinking I'm cold." And this is how he sang. He was like a troubadour, right? So he composed one song that is like this. Look for the one who cares. He is your only shelter. All you have to do is give your heart to him. Don't be afraid of it. There is no end to his love. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. But he was singing, look for the one. So what I did is that I did it a little bit more like classical, like for the one who cares, like Eleanor Rigby. So I recorded it and I sang it, and then I gave it to him in a cassette. And he happened to be friend Paul McCartney. And Paul McCartney knew him because Mahaksha was a very good cook. And he was giving some lessons to his ex-wife, to his wife. She already died, the original Linda McCartney. And then this is how he became friend of Paul McCartney. And he told him that he's a composer, he's a musician. So he said, oh, then have you got something for me here? So he said, well, I have a cassette here that a friend of mine recorded my song and he sang it. Can I give it to you? Yes. Well, at that time, sometime later, Paul McCartney was caught with some weed in Japan, and he was put in jail. It was a shame. The whole world, just for it really was not justified. But still, he was in jail, and he came back to England after that, and he started to compose music and to record. He played all the instrumentations, the bass and the drums and the keyboards and everything he played, in his studio. And one of the songs' name was "One of These Days I Will Come Around." Actually, it's "One of These Days." That's the way the title is. So you can actually search it, and "One of These Days," Paul McCartney's story about it. So somebody in an interview, I don't know if the Daily Mirror or one of those newspapers, they interview him and they ask him, what is this all about? And he said, well, there's one fellow, Hare Krishna fellow friend, who gave me a cassette with a song that inspired me very much to compose "One of These Days." So this was invitation. Look for the one who cares, he's your only shelter. And he answered back, one of these days I will come around. Well, isn't it a sweet story?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the... So I told Vaisheshika Prabhu, it's amazing that somebody insignificant from Venezuela, he was affecting somebody's emotions in I said, no, it's the contrary. That he's very lucky that we did this together, Mahaksha and I. Mahaksha was a great composer. And one fine day as I passed by the sea, there was some strange boat and the captain called to me, saying, leave all your things and come along with us. If you have any ties, well, you have to give them up. So come quickly now, we're living with the tide. Ships ahoy! Ships ahoy! Are you ready? That was Mahaksha. He did beautiful songs. And we did a little presentation with a piano many years ago in Krum Court. Kids, you don't know. Most of you were not there, right? Did you know about this? Krum Court? You know Krum Court? Well, at that time, we did it's called Songs of Maharshi. And somebody who was very dear to my heart, Rama Devi. You knew Rama Devi? In Mayapur. She recorded this concert with a cassette recorder. I don't know how far she was, like 20 meters from the stage. And that is the only evidence we have of that evening. I'm just telling you stories so that, just socializing with you. Well, it's 7:30. I think it's time for prasadam, okay? Sarila Krishna Borodaya Moy, Krishna Borodaya Moy, Haribar Jiva Joy, Haribar Jiva Joy, Sadhana Diloba, Prasada Diloba, Sanamrita Pao, Sanamrita Pao, Radha Krishna Gunago, Radha Krishna Gunago, Vimedako Chaitanya Nitai, Vimedako Chaitanya Nitai, Maini Nitai, Bhagavat Prasadam Ki Jai. Panchakal